Okay, so my husband's and my friends are reminding me what to talk about. So it was ancient Egypt in my room, talking about overlays in the organic template coming through. I already forgot the other thing he said. My memory is like so not good anymore. But anyway, um, but yeah, it was ancient Egypt in this room, and it started to smell like damp, like kind of moldy, kind of like, you know what I mean? You know that smell, sort of like a basement smell, but it wasn't like a basement smell. It was like a damp, moldy, like cold smell or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm in the Egyptian pyramid. What do you know? And then Keanu Farrell came forward, and he's on strings, and he is like really on strings. And he said it's making him feel, like he's on drugs. And because when you're on strings, it's like you're not real, sort of like he basically knows he's being controlled by himself, so that's why he's like trusting it, and he's doing it to see what's happening with the string people, basically. You obviously need a guide if you're on strings, and so we have a guide for that. And I mean, we have a guide for everything, but so that's basically why he's doing it. And I'm like, you look very uncomfortable, Keanu. I think you should fill in. So maybe he'll fill in um, the organic template, which seems to be my favorite subject. Uh, I was driving around and it was literally like Manhattan Beach, like filtered through the earth. Like I'm in my town, Burlington, and then all of a sudden it like was Manhattan Beach for like a microsecond, and then it like went back to Burlington, and I was like, that's crazy. And the same thing was happening when I was driving to the DMV the other day. Um, the DMV the other day, and what was I saying? Oh, and it was like I was in Long Beach, which is another California city. All of a sudden, it was like I was in Long Beach. It kept like organic overlaying to like different towns because I was saying that the organic template, I keep seeing it like kind of above me and on the horizon. And excuse me. And like I was saying, it's like plastic, so it's like bleeding through, so it's affecting our energy, and it's still kind of subtle, but it's definitely noticeable. And the other day I was like walking in my house and I was walking through like a Manhattan beach house. Like I was literally in somebody's house as the mom. And the kid was like, why don't you call her or something like that? And the mom was like, I don't have time for her. And I'm like, I don't think I know any moms in a Manhattan Beach house. I don't think I, unless it's like an old coworker or something that I don't know lives in Manhattan Beach or something like that. I think it was somebody like I literally don't know, or like maybe they know me over the internet, like maybe it's somebody that works like in Hollywood or something like that. I got the feeling that like I never met this person and I didn't know this person, but she knew me, and her kid was trying to tell her, why don't you call her? And she's like, I just don't have time for her. And that's when I walked through the house and I was the woman saying that to the son or the daughter. I think it was the son. Um, so yeah, it's like really, I'm seeing a lot of planes pop in and out. And I think I saw a ghost plane yesterday or today. It was like I was like, is that a flock of birds or a ghost plane? It was that hard to tell what it was. And last night the space codes turned on like crazy. I didn't think I was gonna be able to sleep. And I don't think I would I didn't think I was gonna be able to sleep, but I did eventually sleep. And I was just like, okay, here it comes, like, acid trip galore. but um, it calmed down after like a few hours. My entire room was filled with static, and yeah, the entire room just looked like static. And then I saw it's sort of like an acid trip sometimes, like when you close your eyes, which obviously I don't like as much. I like it when it literally fills the space because I am that crazy. All of you Hollywood women out there, are you listening? Um, yeah. So so when I closed my eyes, I saw Star Wars, Space Wars. I saw I guess I probably saw Hayden first, Anakin. And then he kept like walking and like shifting into different characters from Star Wars. Like he switched into the Mandalorian and then he switched into maybe Boba Fett, like somebody close to Mandalorian with a different helmet. Maybe whoever Katie's character is, I don't remember her name, but it was like different characters like that. And then just a bunch of different space wars characters. And then it like ended with, and they were like, "Where's the princess? We're here to find the princess. We're looking for the princess." And then it was like Darth Vader. So like, were they trying to pull me out again last night? And they couldn't succeed. They were trying to pull me out to Space Wars, Star Wars. Um, you know, that's what that they were like. We're here for the princess. So like, it seems like they were trying to pull me out last night to the space station, the real space station where Space Wars starts. And I guess I'm going to call it Space Wars from now on. Um, or at least for now. Are they clearing Star Wars, or is that why? Uh, and then it switched to the lower timelines. Um, and then I'm not sure if I can say this next part. Brandon hooked me up to some apparatuses, which we find very funny. Like I said, we get ourselves, but it might be like, weird for TV purposes or something. But anyway, Brandon walked in and hooked me to some apparatuses, and he's like, "Well, let's see if it all comes from Alyssa." Um, I guess if they're like embarrassed to talk about filling in New Earth, uh, our consciousness is in animals. It's definitely in animals. So even if we get scared by nature once in a while, it still is us. Um, what else? Lots of other things. Oh, the space codes went crazy last night. It was crazy. And every time I opened up my eyes, the whole room looked like static. It looked like the TV, like when you turn on the static codes. And yeah, ghost planes, ghost chickens that fly, organic platforms starting to, I want to say, land on Earth. Um, and that's going to affect our time and distance travel. And that's why Hayden thinks that they're cleaning out Space Wars right now. And it's sort of like moving things to the side when you want to clean something and it gets like a new name because you're actually moving it. And then while they're cleaning that out, because they're obviously trying to help me in Star Wars, and then they'll put it back. So right now it's Space Wars. Um, so yeah. I'm like, let me turn on Rione and see what else they say, so that I can play. on my video. Remind me some more. Anyway, that's all I remember. Oh, last night, I don't remember too much of my dream. I just dreamt that I was with my ex-boyfriend. His name is Darren. I was just like cuddling him and like that was it. Like I there was like other stuff in the dream, but I don't remember much of it again. And then we woke up to a very, they want to say it's an inorganic timeline, and I'm just saying it's like a lower, darker timeline. Um, I don't know why we want to talk about this, but Mateus, first of all, I didn't know he was Argentinian. Why did we all think Mateus was Mexican? Am I the only one that thought that Mateus was Mexican? Um, he's Argentinian. Excuse me. Did we switch timelines? I don't know, but he does look Argentinian. Mateus De Stefano, if you want to Google him, he does look very Argentinian. Um, he's a very cute man, but it's a very typical Argentinian, and that's why I have to say it like that because it's like, what do you mean that's typical? Because they have like dark skin and like light eyes and like dark hair, and it's like very exotic looking because they're a lot of Argentinians originated from Europe, and so they have like European blood, like my blood, and then they a lot of your from different places. I think he said he was Italian, and there's some people from my Italian family that went down to Argentina as well. So it was like the same, I think it was the same time that they were going to New York. They were also settling in Argentina. And so the European um, races mixed with the South American races, and they made this very exotic looking people that is a modern Argentinian that's like everybody loves to like look. And I'm not, I sound like I'm like, oh yeah, everybody loves it. But like, yeah, like it's a very gorgeous look when you have like light eyes and like, a caramel colored skin and like dark hair or like a medium brown hair. Some of them have like lighter hair and it's just like, oh my God, you look so exotic. You're so freaking gorgeous. Like, where are you from? And it's usually like Brazil or Argentina. So anyway, I didn't know Mateus was Argentinian. There you go. Anyway, he just posted a video and um, I was like, this is such an interesting video, Mateus. The setup was like beautiful in this beautiful lodge in the Northwest. The Northwest. It's basically just called the Northwest. But anyway, it was like, he's like, am I hinting at it, Alyssa? Am I hinting at it? So I'll just leave that there for you guys to ponder what Mateus is referring to in that video. Um, yeah, that's when like things were so weird when I met Mateus. Things were like crazy. The energy codes, everything was going crazy when I met Mateus online, and I was hyper aware that I was talking to people over the screen. And if science wants to catch up, that'd be great so that they can like stop calling us crazy. And and yeah, I remember them saying like Ryan never spoke Spanish for you. Mateus will speak Spanish for you. He's so much better than Ryan. It's like always like this polarizing, like this boy is better than this boy, like for these reasons. And it's just like, it was just like crazy, crazy, crazy time. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true. Ryan never did speak Spanish for me, and Mateus is speaking Spanish for me. Because like, it's like a night. At least it's like not like a crazy polarizing comment, even though it's like a little dramatic and a little weird. Um, but yeah, he's super cool. I love Mateus. He's very cool. Um, yeah, he's just got like a real calm. He's like a real calm, cool, collected demeanor, and he has great stories. Great stories about his past lives and occultism and blood sucking vampires. What and alien races, and so if you ever want to like get into like the story of it, Mateus is great to listen to. I'm not saying I agree with all of his stories or whatever, but it's really great for story purposes and to kind of like get you into like the feeling of the aliens and stuff. Um, Let the Right One In, is that I turned into a little boy at some point during the last time the Space Codes came in, and Let the Right One In was sort of another family movie of me and Gigi, and it's like a little Scandinavian boy, and yeah, I loved it. I love that movie, and it's more of like a family movie of vampire of supernatural help from vampires. And there's a lot of vampires that I have helping me, but um, yeah, I love that fucking movie. If you've never seen it, it's really fucking good. It's so good, and it's the Scandinavian one that you want to watch. I think it's called Let the Right One In. Amazing. The pool scene is the fucking best. Yeah. I think there's an American version. It's not as good, and it's called like Let Me In or something. The swimming pool is so badass. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Let the Right One In, like just starting the clip off strong. Can't even, okay, just, wow, you can't even like, I cannot explain.
3 minuter. Passa på att andas. 5,
So
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna cry.
Jimmy. Håll käften! Håll käften, sa jag!
She kind of looks like Megan, actually. But anyway, supernatural occurrences in dreams aren't real, but I thought I'd mention that. Um, anyway, aliens. Organic template. Vampires are not real, okay? It's just a dream. It's just a bad dream that you're having, and it's not real. Um, but we like to call it a family movie because we're crazy and, you know, vampires are not real. They're not real. I've never seen a vampire in my life. Have you? Have you ever seen a vampire walk and talk in front of you? I haven't. So if you're having a bad dream about a vampire, you better just knock it off. No, I cannot explain. Actually, the lead up scene to the vampire scene. Um, only aliens are real. There's vampires aren't real, guys. Vampires and werewolves. Never seen one in my life. It's not real. I went to a medium one time. They told me that I met the perfect man. And that when you meet the perfect man, there's often, if you look very closely, there's often a man shaped hole in the closest wall to you. As soon as the perfect man finds the perfect woman, is he's gone. Ain't nobody want that perfect crap. Perfect man, that's about as real as a vampire. So they're not real. There's no perfect men and there's no vampires. It's just a fantasy. Um, but that's why the organic template is filling in because the organic template, that's real. That's some real shit that's about to be proven by science. I'm telling y'all. Talking over walls and all this stuff. um, but yeah, you know what I think. I think that dream was happened in the Victorian times. The vampire dream that I had with Gigi Young a long time ago, and I think that was from Victorian times. It was a past life that we had, and I'm pretty sure the vampires went extinct um, deep in Victoria. You know, if you know what I mean.